what's going on guys? Arekkz here, and let's talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. They just had a direct, the Pokemon company had the direct where they showed us some new gameplay, some new features, and honestly, there is some really exciting stuff that I want to talk about. They are clearly adding some great new additions to the Pokemon series that I can't wait to check out. So in this video, I'm going to go over the most noteworthy stuff. So if you guys do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below what you are most excited about. And also let me know, what team are you? Are you Team Sword or are you Team Shield? I'll reveal my choice at the end of the video. But let's start off with the release date, because that's the most important thing. You guys like, when can I play this game? November the 15th. Put that in your calendars. That is when you can play Pokemon Sword and Shield. In fact, if you can't decide between your versions, they also announced there will be a double pack that you can buy, so you can grab both games at the same time if you're indecisive. Now moving on from there, one of the things that we saw during the gameplay was that Pokemon are going to be roaming around the open world again. That is one of the things that I actually really liked in Pokemon Let's Go. While I still prefer the traditional Pokemon experience as a whole, I do actually love the ability to see the Pokemon out in the world. I feel like it's just kind of makes more sense, and it's also just a really cool thing to see, especially when you see some of the cooler Pokemon. Helps you get even more excited when you kind of go towards them, trying to sort of get those catches and whatnot. So that's coming back, but there's also more to it. They spoke about this area called the Wild Area, and this is typically the area that spans between different towns, you know, obviously where you would normally take your routes and you would obviously walk down there, catch a Pokemon. They are referring to that now in Pokemon Sword and Shield as the Wild Area. And this area, the weather will change, and of course while you're out there, you can see all the Pokemon roaming around. They did, however, say that the Pokemon that you see will change depending on the weather and other factors in the Wild Area, so it might not always be one of those things where you're like, hey, on Route 5, there's always going to be like a Pikachu in the grass. It might well be like, oh, it's raining today, or there's a sandstorm today, so I can, you know, go out there and check something else. So they did say that basically whenever you're going out to the wild area, there's a chance to get some new stuff. So that in itself should add some great variety. Also, while you're exploring, you can control your camera, so that way you don't have that fixed perspective. If you want to run around and actually get a feel for your, you know, your surroundings and actually look better through the grass, look for different items and trees, you can do just that. However, moving on from there, another new feature is called the Dynamax system. Dynamax is basically the ability to turn your Pokemon into a giant Pokemon. This is like next level battles. In fact, the way they portrayed it in a trailer just made it look like one of those over the top anime tournament arcs, and I love that. That is absolutely incredible. So basically the Dynamax system is a system whereby you can, during a battle, turn your Pokemon giant, and in doing so, not only does it make them bigger, but it increases their power. It can only be used once per battle, and after 3 turns, the Pokemon will revert to their normal size. So you do still need to use it more strategically. But this then ties into another system where when you're exploring the world and you explore the wild area, you might have seen those red beacons. Now this basically takes a leaf out of Pokemon Let's Go, because they've introduced a thing called max raid battles. And in this, you can actually connect with other players, either using local multiplayer or online multiplayer, and team up with up to 3 other players to make a team of 4 to go into these raid battles, and you can battle giant Pokemon. Now, the difference with the giant Pokemon in these battles is that they will remain giant for the duration. They'll of course have special moves, special attributes, and you work together with your team to take them down. They'll of course be more challenging, and during that battle, only one of the 4 people that you team up with will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon, so you'll of course need to communicate and use that strategically. And then when you do take them down, or you do weaken them, you will have the opportunity to catch the max raid battle Dynamax Pokemon in a really, really epic catch sequence. That looks absolutely insane. The fact that you basically spirit bomb this giant Pokemon to catch it, whew, I love it, I love it. That looks incredible. Now, of course, moving on from there, to factor in these new Dynamax battles, the gyms have also been created to allow for this. The gyms are much bigger. They're these huge stadiums now. So during battles, you'll be able to Dynamax those Pokemon. You'll of course have those epic gym battles. There's a crowd that gets all like, you know, excited around and whatnot. So gym battles, again, just kind of playing into this whole sort of anime tournament arc thing. It just looks over the top. I love it. It's incredible. Now, of course, moving on from there, towards the latter part of the video, for those of you that kind of don't necessarily want to see all the Pokemon, then this is a quick look at some of the new Pokemon, so maybe you might want to step away, although you probably haven't seen up until this point if you're trying to avoid spoilers. Either way, we've got to look at a sheep Pokemon called Wooloo. We also got to look at a flower Pokemon called Grossifleur, and the evolution of that called Eldegoss. There's this really cool tortoise-looking Pokemon called Dreadnought, and I really want it in my team already. I have no idea what the stats are, but just on looks alone, That looks very cool. And there's even this bird Pokemon called Korbinite, and they spoke about that being specifically one of the ones that can actually return you to different areas that you visited. So when you visited towns and villages, you can then use this as a means to fast travel back. So that's a look at a few new ones. Of course, we've seen some returning Pokemon wandering around the wild area, wandering around everywhere else. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. And then finally, the last thing they showed was, of course, the two legendaries, the box Pokemon. We have Zacian and we have Zamazenta. Now, Zacian is the sword Pokemon. Zamazenta is a shield Pokemon. They are both wolves. We don't really know much about the stats, but I'll be honest, seeing these together, and maybe partly because I've also recently been watching Shield Hero, so I kind of just really like shields, I think I'm going to go shield. Beforehand, when I saw the original trailer, I was like, yo, I'm team sword. But seeing them side by side, I mean, admittedly, the shield in his face looks a little bit weird, but then when it kind of activates and it goes all kind of Power Rangers, I think I kind of like it. So I think I'm going to go Pokemon Shield. I mean, I'll buy the double pack, but I think I'm going to play Pokemon Shield. So yeah, that's my choice. Anyway, for the time being, that's it. I'm sure there'll be some more information that comes out surrounding E3. Maybe there'll be some more information on the official website. As and when we do find out more, I'll try and bring you guys as much as possible. In fact, if I get to play this at E3 next week, when I go to the Nintendo booth, then I'll try and bring you guys some gameplay. But for the time being, that is it. Incredibly excited. Expect more Pokemon content on the channel as we go throughout the year. But for the time being, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what team you are. And of course, don't forget to stay tuned for plenty more. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.